dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be for our Paper Saber universe, and this is the New World Podcast, brother. We're talking about Dynamite, May 28th, 2025. Taz, Excalibur, and Ian Riccaboni on commentary. Tony Schiavone's in the ring, and we bring out Hangman Adam Page, the winner of the Owen Hart Tournament Finals. Beating Will Ospreay. Sorry. Just woke up, so... Oy. How's everybody doing today? We're going to talk about some wrestling here. Hangman comes out and cuts this passionate promo, tells Will, thank you, for pulling this beast out of me. And he's making me believe he was the right choice. I think that's the most important thing. He's making me believe, yeah, you know what? I'm with Hangman here. Cowboy shit all day then. Let's do it. Let's dethrone Moxley. Swerve comes out and he tells him, hey, man, you remember when you told me that I would never get the championship? Well, I'm here because did you do this? And then it's the Bucks talking after they come back and said, we did this for our man Hangman Adam Page. He doesn't want Swerve to be champion. And Hangman's like, and they've been through so much, these two, and I like the fact they're finally tying things together. And then Will Ospreay comes out, and he's trying to be the voice of reason. He goes, hey, I believe in this man. This man that you are claiming is this, he's not that guy. He got up after our match, he shook my hand, brought me up, bruv. And Will's just like, hey, this is our last chance. This is some Avengers shit right here. He goes, this is what we got to do. I don't think Moxley's a Thanos level threat, but this is what Will's saying. This is us, bro. All three of us. Me, you help him. And Swerve smacks that mic out of Will's hand. He's like, hell no, I ain't going to help Hangman Adam Page. So he's the odd man out, but Will's going to try to convince him. And Hangman's like, hey, we got history. Burned his house down. So big question mark, working together or not, but Hangman is set to face Mr. Jon Moxley for that championship. And I saw some great signs. Have you seen this championship? Last seen, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, you know what, Hangman? I'm gonna jump on that cowboy shit because I really, really want to end this. And it's, 42 days away? Now 41 as you're listening to this. Counting down. All right, the one thing I'm not counting down to is next week. Next Wednesday, 4 hours, Fyter Fest. Damn. I was like, I was like, oh, that's cool. Usually I get excited about these things, but I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, my schedule's so tight during the week. And then AEW's like, 4 hour spectacular TV. Well, you better make it that, Tony. Fyter Fest next week. And July 12th, all in. Now that's the build we're going for. Our first match of the night is Mox, Gabe Kidd, and Marina versus Mark and Speedball with Willow. 3-on-3. Back and forth battle. I enjoyed this match. The only thing I did not enjoy was the finish. I hate the chokeout thing Moxley does. The reason I hate it is because they don't let it. He doesn't hold on to it as long as he should. And the ref automatically, he's out. It's like, how is Mox's chokeout that powerful? Like, because automatically the ref is like, he's out. Second, he's out. I'm like, freaking Joe's is much more believable because he puts a little oomph in it. Moxie's just like, he's out. I'm like, ugh. But Moxie and Gabe and Marina get the win. There was some cool stuff in this match, though. And Marina Shafir tossing people and whatnot. Yeah, Speedball being Speedball. Yeah, Mark being Mark. Willow being Willow. Mox being Mox. Wow. Gabe Kidd, too. I was like, is that his ring gear? This looks like sweatpants. We have the Hurt Syndicate package. Now MJF is with them. I hope they include him on the merch now. They said they're unstoppable. And Mr. Moxley's like, I'm going to go and get my Triple B back, baby. And Bobby's like in the background, like, yeah, sure you are. Before I get it. Then there's a Penelope and Megan promo. Then we go to Ricochet backstage promo. He wants his own crew. He says, there's so many people here. Hurt Syndicate and Dom family. And over here, what about a Ricochet crew? Aha! And I'm like, shut up. Next match of the night is a no DQ match. Penelope and Megan versus Anna and Harley. Harley gets her nose busted. Holy shit, dude. I felt so bad for her. But this was a back and forth battle. There was some botches in here, but it was just fun chaos for what it was, you know. But Penelope and Megan got the win. The real winner's Harley. She stuck through that busted nose. There's a point when she's laying down and the ref like is trying to touch it. She's like, get the fuck off. Yeah, you know what I mean? Don't touch my broken nose. It's broken. Oh my gosh. But Penelope and Megan get the win. Hopefully this ends this feud and we can move Harley on to bigger, better things after she gets her nose, you know, like fixed and everything like that. And yeah, it was fun. And Anna Jay, man, these guys are like went to war. There was weapons everywhere. Mercedes Moné arrives in a lowrider. Awkwardly, she's just in the back, just AEW Trios Championship match. The Ops versus Squash Frat, whatever this is. They came out and I was like, yay, cool, Squash Frat. And guess what? They got squashed. The Ops beat them. Yeah, and I love when I talk to people who are hardcore, like all over indies and everything like that. You don't know the frat? I'm like, shut up. I don't know the frat house or whatever they're called. They're Squash Frat. Squash Frat got beat by the Ops. Renee with Jamie Hayter. And I feel bad for Jamie Hayter. A loyal AEW person, you know, someone that's been there since day one, Jamie Hayter. Yes, I knew Mercedes Moné was going to win. It would have been cool if Jamie Hayter won, but what sells tickets is Tony versus Moné. You know, that's a match I want to see. You know, Jamie Hayter versus Tony's like, yeah, I'll see that. I'll watch it, you know, but I'm not anticipating it like I am Mercedes Moné versus Tony Storm. But the lights go out. Who is it? Tekla? The Toxic Spider? Who? Stardom? Oh, okay. Like, no reaction from the crowd. I was like, oh my God, that's Tekla. I'm like, stupid name, for one. Cool looking thing she did with her from her back and whatnot, the Toxic Spider. But I was like, cool. You gave us Squash Frat and you gave us Tekla all in the same night. I feel so happy inside. Yeah, I was like, well, she just squashed Jamie Hayter, and Jamie Hayter's just going to go away, and now we're going to focus on this person? Like, can we focus on somebody? You know? Like, let's get this women's division back on track here. We got Sky Blue out there. You got so many. You got Julia Hart, one of the best entrances in the game. And you're like, here's Tekla. Tekla. Mystico package. We go into the TNT Championship match. Oh, my gosh. That was a nasty looking, like, apron powerbomb. All the video I saw, people slowing it down. Looks like he barely missed the apron when Kyle Fletcher put him up there. And oof. I was like, damn, dude. He could have freaking snapped the bro's neck, dude. But Adam Cole, baby. He stands up. He fights. But this ends in a DQ. Why? Because here comes Josh Alexander. Don Callis family. Don Callis this. Commentary. Whatever. And do you know what's funny is like when they brought Josh Alexander here, it's like, damn, all right, well, you got this dude that you can use and you can build him up and he's debuted, but I hate when they take somebody and they're like, yeah, we got him. He's all elite. And then he just kind of just becomes Squash Gang after that. Because after this big old mess, and the DQ happens and whatnot, no one's the winner of this match. We go right into Brody coming out to save the day because we have a Continental qualifying match because whoever qualifies are going to face Kenny in a Fatal 4-Way at the 4-Hour Fighter Fest. Yes, next week. But it's Josh and Brody. One would think Josh would win this. One would think. No. Josh gets busted open pretty bad towards the end of this match. Brody King, though, gets the win. he will go on to be facing Kenny, and there's just 2 more opponents that need to be chosen, and I think it's going to be on Collision. But yeah, I was like, oh, he's just going to lose now? Josh? Good old Joshy boy. Like, he's come here, he's all elite, and it's just like, yeah. Okay. Kyle Fletcher's backstage. He's like, I needed nobody. I needed nobody to help me beat Adam Cole. Then what happens? Here comes Adam Cole. And they get in a big old fight. And I'm like, you're a dead man. You're a dead man. You hear me? You putz. You're a dead man. Why? But Adam Cole, I don't know why it was so funny to me. Just Adam Cole, just like, you're dead man. You dead. I don't know why I thought that's so funny. All right, now let's get to the cream of the creme. Is that how you say it? Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm face to face. I kind of fast forward through Mercedes Moné stuff until Toni came out. Toni sold this match. Like, her promo toward her darling cinema. And Moné finally caught on. She's like, yeah, we don't want black and white. We want color. We want this. We want that. And my favorite thing about this, where it was the mic drop. The mic drop for me is Mercedes Moné's like, I'm the Beyonce of professional wrestling. And then Toni, I am Toni Storm of professional wrestling. And I'm like, she doesn't have to compare herself to anybody else, especially Beyonce. She goes, I'm Toni Storm of professional wrestling. That's who I am and who I'm going to be because I'm timeless. And I was like, damn, I really want to see this match. And they kept saying 42 days away. I'm like, 42 days cannot come quicker. And in those 42 days, we got a 4-hour Fyter Fest. But no, this is awesome. I really enjoyed this last bit of the show. Toni Storm selling this match. And the music hits, it's dancing, and Toni's like, she's doing her thing. And I'm just like, God, I just love this woman. I love Toni Storm so much. And I can't wait until she whoops Mercedes Moné's ass, but I don't think that's the case. Mercedes Moné's our next women's champion. It is in the cards. Yes. Cut. Print. All right, y'all. Well, that was Dynamite, May 28, 2025. Taz, Excalibur, and Ian Riccaboni on commentary. I wonder why Tony's not being in the commentary anymore. I'm not complaining because I like Ian Riccaboni a little bit more. But match of the night. I got to say Brody King versus Josh Alexander. Like, these two tore it up. And I just feel bad for Josh. Moment of the night is Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm's face-off. Mostly Toni talking than Moné. But when Toni started getting at her, Moné kind of was like, oh, okay, going back and forth and whatnot. And that, I got to say, that's my moment of the night. So I give this a solid 4 out of 5 for Dynamite. And now we're off to July 12th, All In. Not only did we get All In, WWE's like, oh yeah? We have all of this too that weekend. It's just like, yeah. Petty much? Sure. Lots of wrestling that weekend for me? Hell yeah. All right, y'all. Tell me what you thought of the show. Drop those comments below. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Share with your grandma. Share with your grandma. Share with the bum down at Walmart. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
Thank you for the fight.